Today I'm going head-to-head with a West End superstar.
She's cutting me off. Did you see her? I'm getting off the road if she's out there.
Finding him a country home that catches the eye.
Oh, that's very pretty. Fairy tale-like, isn't it? It's beautiful.
But speaks to the heart.
This house has given you a hug.
Absolutely, it certainly has. It's not let go of me yet. It's
And stirs something deeper than words.
I'm emotional about it. It's quite,
you?
yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's getting me. Yeah, it's beautiful.
The UK countryside really knows a thing or two about putting on a spectacle, doesn't it? The diversity of the Four Seasons, all set to the glorious soundtrack of birdsong, ready and waiting for a star to take centre stage. So against this stunning backdrop, please give a very warm escape to the country welcome to actor, singer and aspiring escapee, Mr. Alfie Boe. He's the tenor who brought opera to the masses. From London's West End to Broadway, Alfie Boe is one of Britain's most popular voices.
You probably know me best for playing the role of Jean Valjean, doing Les Mis for the 25th anniversary, performing the role again on Broadway, in the West End, and the other half of Ball and Bow.
When he's not touring or in the studio with longtime collaborator Michael Ball, Alfie calls West London home. He's devoted to his two children, 16-year-old Gracie and 12-year-old Alfie, and is chasing a comfortable country base for them all.
For me personally, I think home is the people that live in it, the people that come to your home. They make home for me. So my brothers and sisters, if they come and visit, my children, it's not necessarily the bricks and the mortar, you know.
Drawn to the rural charm of Sussex, Alfie's looking to reconnect with nature, find peace and make a fresh start in a welcoming community.
I've been lucky with the opportunities I've been given, but I think my role moving to the countryside and what I'd really like to be like is just the real me, the real Alfie. You know, somebody who you can stop and have a chat with in the street, and if I'm in a coffee shop, come and pull up a chair, you know, have a conversation, that sort of thing. So I'm just a normal guy from Fleetwood in Lancashire.
And it seems the leading men and women of Sussex would welcome Alfie with open arms.
The musical theatre scene in East Sussex is really good. It might not be as glitzy and glamorous as the West End, but there's a huge community of musical theatre here.
I think Alfie would fit in perfectly. There's so many different societies around and he'll be a core part of anyone that he wants to take a front row seat at.
There's no favouritism here, even if you're the president, so Alfie would have to audition, but I fancy he could well stand a chance.
He's very welcome to come, and I think we might sell a few more tickets maybe, so, you know, come along. We'll give you a go.
We're doing Sister Act next, so does Alfie fancy dressing up as a nun?
Well, someone who might volunteer to put on a frock is powerhouse performer and fellow musical theatre icon, Mr. Michael Ball.
Right, so we're going to break it down for you. Alfie is looking for, hopefully, a period character property. It needs to have at least 3 bedrooms. It needs to have a nice garden. It needs to have off-street parking for his motorbike and for his car. Privacy, I think, is going to be really important for him, and his budget, he's prepared to go up to about £800,000. So, Ginny, it's over to you, because I don't think he's going to find it on his own.
Thank you, Michael. I will certainly do my best. I think Alfie's made a really good choice with this beautiful county because, like lots of people who want to move to the country, he wants to have a more relaxing pace of life, have time to take a breath and enjoy the scenery. But he also wants to be able to head back to the bright lights of the big city. And Sussex can offer him all of that. West and East Sussex sit side by side, sharing the South Downs National Park and around 140 miles of coastline. Not surprisingly, the chance to enjoy beach life and be close to the capital is an enticing prospect for many, and it's reflected in the property prices. In West Sussex, the average price of a detached property will set you back around £644,000. But hop over the border into East Sussex, where the figure drops to just over £562,000, and you might find the perfect spot to maximise your budget without skimping on space. So today we'll be starting our property journey in East Sussex, where I'm meeting Alfie on this crisp autumnal morning.
Low-lying mist
I
and
know.
everything. It's beautiful.
But we are both a very long way from Lancashire.
I know,
What are
yeah.
we doing here? Two northerners. This is where our northern accents start to come out the longer time we spend with each other.
Get stronger.
Nobody's going to be able to understand us by the end of the programme. If they're not, well, my mum will. So why are we here, Alfie? Why this beautiful part of the UK?
I used to work down at an opera house here called Glyndebourne, and so I used to, on my days off, travel around and explore the area, and I fell in love with it. I just thought Sussex is so pretty, and you can't really fault this, can you? I mean,
No,
look at that.
on a morning like this, you
beautiful.
really can't. And it is a real home you're looking for here, isn't it? It's important to you that this is a home.
It is, it is. There's been a lot of transitions in my life over the years, and I think now is the time for me to settle, to create a home, to create a place for my children to come to, Grace and Alfie. They're going to want their own room, their own privacy. So, you know, that's what I'm looking for. I want a beautiful place that they can walk through the door and know that they're at home.
When Grace and Alfie are with you and you're all together here, hopefully in this wonderful surroundings, what's the kind of things that you want to be doing together as family?
The house is one thing. Having a beautiful, cosy, lovely, wholesome house, it's beautiful. But I love the garden. I love staying in the garden. I love outdoor cooking. I love relaxing in the garden. I just remember lots of summers as a kid growing up in the garden, and so that is probably one of the priorities.
Okay. And we're not too far from coast as well down here.
No, exactly.
And beaches, I'm guessing, such a big part of your childhood. Those
Yeah.
cold northern beaches that where it always rained.
Go and throw yourself in the sea, it'll get rid of any cold. But that's what I used to, you know, I love the seaside, I love the coast, so we're not far from Brighton and Eastbourne and everything, and it's stunning, it's really beautiful. So that's what I want for the children too.
Well, we have some exciting properties to show you.
Right.
I'm sure we will find something that you'll be able to call home with
I
them
hope
all.
so, I hope so.
Are you ready to go and have a look?
Absolutely.
Come on.
Thank you.
Tucked away in the East Sussex countryside, our first house is near the delightful village of Cowbeach, on the edge of the High Weald. Amenities can be found 2 miles away in Hurstmonceux, a village known for its magnificent medieval castle, which was once home to the Royal Observatory. So with a rich history and beautifully dark skies, ideal for stargazing, this could be a great place for our West End star. First house, how are you feeling?
I'm nervous.
You're not?
I'm nervous. I'm really excited. I don't know what to expect.
Well, I'm happy you're excited, and I hope the sight of this house
Oh, wow.
makes you feel excited.
Oh, that's very pretty. I love the colour of the wood. You know, on the front, it's beautiful. Fairy tale-like, isn't it? It's lovely.
It is, and beautiful surroundings as well. I know you want that peace. I think you said you want a breeze.
I do. I need a bit of fresh air, bit of space, and a trampoline. That's exactly what I need.
doesn't
I
need a
mean, there you
trampoline
go.
in life?
Should we have a go?
Genuinely, I go and miss on the trampoline all the time.
Really?
100%.
I was joking.
I wasn't joking.
I'm not doing the trampoline.
Oh, Alfie, come on. Alfie! This picture-perfect cottage, trampoline sadly not included, was once a humble grain store believed to be around 100 years old. Come on in. Now, thanks to a top-to-toe renovation, it's a modern and welcoming family home, complete with a bespoke shaker-style kitchen.
Oh, wow. Yes. The kitchen for me is the heart of the home, and I love to cook.
Do you? What's on your repertoire?
Everything. I love.
Really?
I do love roast dinners. I do a lot of Italian food and that sort of stuff. And so yeah, no, this is a nice kitchen to work in.
It's really nicely done, and what I love as well, I don't know if you spotted it, is you've got this area here.
The little nook.
Yeah, the nook is so nice.
Yeah. You can see all the friends and family gathering here, while you're cooking, celebrating. This is great. And these doors as well, opening up and getting the fresh air, and I like it. It's got a really cool vibe.
And you've got a big family.
Yeah.
So can you imagine them all piled in here?
Yeah, I can. I can. Visualising my children here as well, you know, sat there on their iPads all day long probably.
When the children are done on their tablets, there's a somewhat larger screen they can enjoy next door. Yes, I can imagine Gracie and Alfie quite liking a cinema room with surround sound.
Yeah, I'd never be allowed in here. This would be their room, but definitely. And this natural brick
It gives it
exposure,
a
it's lovely. Yeah.
warehousey vibe, I think.
Yeah.
Such a nice contrast.
Of the beam above the fireplace, that's very nice. There you go.
Got your fire.
Magic.
Upstairs, there are 4 double bedrooms served by a bespoke and super stylish family bathroom with a showstopper copper tub. 2 of the bedrooms enjoy far-reaching views of the South Downs, including the principal, which also has its own ensuite. I suspect this would be the bedroom you'd choose. It's lovely in pink. You might want to do something about that, but look at that view.
Yeah, you can't get a better view. That's lovely.
And that's where the sun sets, Alfie.
Oh, that's lovely. There is one thing that I haven't told you that I want to take into consideration. I have a lot of instruments and I invite a lot of musicians over and we compose, we write, and I have drum kits and guitars and electric guitars and amplifiers. So being able to have a house that can accommodate that, that would be incredible.
I love that you've mentioned that to me now at this point.
Maybe I should have told you sooner.
Instruments. I thought Michael said it was motorbikes. Well, I magic up a home studio.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'll leave Alfie to explore the rest of upstairs by himself.
This is a really pleasant room. This would probably be my daughter's room, I think, Gracie's room. She would like this. Really sweet. Beautiful little room. Solid beams. Great. Oh, wow. It's lovely that you can see the kids' toys, the fact that you can tell that there's kids that play in this room and on this carpet. And it's great. Maybe Gracie'd like this one. She'd probably kick Alfie out of this one, I think. But no, this is lovely.
Heading outside, the garden is south-facing and located at the side of the property. It's also where we'll find a possible solution to that last-minute music room request. Alfie's words were quite literally music to my ears because I knew there was this. So it's a fantastic wood-framed garden room. Current owner uses it for a small business. I think with a bit of soundproofing, it could make a brilliant music room. Alfie, come and look at this. Ta-da!
As if by magic. Wow.
As if by magic, absolutely.
If you soundproof this, yeah, it could work. And it's a nice size.
Is the size big enough? Because you don't want too big, do you?
No, I mean, I have quite a lot of instruments, but...
Do you want to share how many instruments you have?
Well, I've got 4 or 5 drum kits.
4 or 5 drum kits?
And I've got a lot of guitars. But then...
How many guitars?
A fair few.
I think we might need a bigger building. How many guitars have you really got?
I've got 45.
OK, we definitely will. But does this property have the outside space that Alfie is after? I know you want to do a bit of gardening.
Yes, yeah.
Is this enough space for gardening, or are you planning bigger?
I mean, it's a nice, manageable space. Yeah. I was thinking of something slightly different. I think maybe a little bit bigger, because I like to spend a lot of time outside and cooking outdoors. I'm very conscious of how busy that road is. Yeah. You know, inside, obviously we weren't aware of it, but being outside now, it's quite noisy.
Well, let's find out how much this house is on the market for, shall we?
OK, this is...
Going to let you start with your first guess.
Right. I'd say 725.
£725,000. OK.
Is that
OK.
close or not? Up. Oh, really? Up. OK, sorry. OK.
It's on the market for offers between £785,000 and £800,000.
Oh, wow. OK.
So, yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic area and the house is finished to a high standard, so...
Right.
Yes. Yeah. You'll get the hang of it.
I will, eventually.
Everybody struggles with prices at first.
OK. All right, cool.
Don't worry, Alfie, we'll make a pro out of you yet. This charming character cottage is ideal for hosting family and friends, with plenty of cosy charm to spare, including an outbuilding for some, but probably not all, of Alfie's guitar collection.
It's a beautiful, beautiful house. I think my kids would like it in here. You know, I can see them sat in the chair, I can see them at the dining room table, here for breakfast in the morning, with me cooking away for them. They'd be in their element, I think, in here.
So where did you get the love of music from then? Were you singing as a kid, singing as a family?
Well, yeah, I grew up in a very musical family, you know. The record player was always being used, songs playing around all the time. So I was working in a car factory, and there was a guy who was buying a car from the factory, overheard me singing, and told me about an opera company in London that were looking for members for them to join for the next UK tour. And he said, why don't you take a day off work and give it a shot? So I did, came down to London, sang for them, came back for a second audition, and a week later they offered me a position in their company to go on a national tour as a professional opera singer.
That's amazing. What a brilliant story, but doesn't it show you it's those chance encounters in life can completely change your life?
Life's great like that. It throws so many opportunities and surprises around the corner. I still get that excitement, that rush.
You still get nervous?
I do, and that's so important. It really is.
With Alfie's passion for performing fueling our journey, let's hope our next stop on the outskirts of High Hurstwood Village brings a similar rush of excitement. It's a delightfully rural area that's still well connected, with the nearby village of Buxted offering a train connection to London Bridge in under an hour. Many of the properties here are elegant period homes or historic cottages. However, the one we're here to view breaks away from that tradition. OK, so my grandma used to always say, don't judge a book by its cover.
Right.
And I think this house is a perfect example of this, because what you're going to see inside, I think, is not necessarily reflected by what you see outside.
OK, all right.
You're sounding reticent.
I'm a little bit nervous.
OK.
Yeah.
So, should we go and open the cover of the book?
Let's have a look.
Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
Come on. Originally built in 1952, this semi-detached property has been extensively remodelled and expanded.
Okay.
The current owner runs a construction company and has meticulously sourced reclaimed materials from around the world to craft a spacious and truly one-of-a-kind family home.
Oh, Mo. I love the space.
Yeah.
Space is fabulous. That's exactly what I like. And the windows.
Yeah.
Can I have a look out there?
Yeah, let's go out there. Come on, let's go look at it.
My goodness, it's very unique, isn't it? It's not what you expect from the front.
What did I say? Judging the book by its cover.
Yeah.
It's interesting that the first thing you wanted to do was come outside.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's what's important for me at the moment with the house, is being able to have the outdoor living as well, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a great entertainment space. That's a nice little sun deck too. Lovely. Oh man, I wasn't expecting this at all, to be honest.
Right, let me drag you back inside.
Okay.
So, as you said, it's got that lovely flow.
Yeah.
Which I think is what you were after.
Gorgeous kitchen.
Completely forgot to show you this when we walked in. Look up, that stained glass window.
I didn't even notice that.
Well, you don't walk in.
No,
like that, really, do you? But the really cool thing is it came from an old theatre.
Oh my goodness, wow. That is really, really cool.
Every room in this home tells a different story. So let's turn the page and see what surprises the next chapter holds. So I know a cosy living room with an open fire is important to you.
I don't think the sofa's quite big enough.
I did wonder that.
Yeah, it's a little bit too small.
It is. I think you could always extend it round here if you'd need to get more people in. No?
I love how unique that is as well, that rock.
What do you think the children would make of this?
They'd love it.
Gracie, do you?
I think, yeah, they'd be on that. They wouldn't even want a bedroom with a sofa like that.
Don't need it, do you? Now that's a shame, because this property has some excellent bedrooms upstairs. But there's another room on the lower ground floor that's got all the makings of a fantastic music studio.
So come on in
Oh, wow.
to this. I'm just wondering how many guitars you might get in here, how many drum kits you might get in here, how soundproofed it might be.
Oh, wow. No, it'd be great.
Would it?
Yeah, it would work really well for a little studio. You can do stuff
You can turn
with
it into a padded cell, can't you? Like
Padded cell.
sound studios.
Yes, you can.
No? You're impressed by my knowledge of the recording industry?
It's very, very good.
Oh,
It's
honestly,
very good.
second career.
We should make an album.
Why don't we? Absolutely.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe I should stick to property. There are 4 bedrooms on offer here across the top 2 floors. 3 are served by a luxe family bathroom, whilst the principal bedroom above benefits from its own ensuite. I'm sending Alfie off to explore them by himself, but it seems that first he needs to debrief his fellow decision makers in this property search.
So, kiddies, this is a house that I'm viewing for us. This is the kitchen area, where I'll cook you a smashing breakfast. There you really go, look at that. And then over here we have the dining area, and where we can have Christmas dinners and things. Lounge, kitchen lounge area. And look at that ceiling, look at that stained glass window. Incredible.
As I said, this house is really quite unassuming from the front, and then you've got all of this. I think Alfie's going to be blown away when he sees the view from the very top bedroom. Spectacular.
Wow, okay. Oh my word, you can't beat that view. That's pretty sensational. Compared with downstairs, it's a bit more compact, isn't it, upstairs, with all the bedrooms so close together. But the view, can't complain about that. Again, there's a lot, there's neighbours, which I really do like my privacy, and I want my children to have the privacy too. And that's the only downside, really. Yeah, I'm just conscious about the privacy, right now.
And it had been going so well. Perhaps I could suggest some curtains. Let's turn our attention outside, where Alfie was immediately drawn to the terrace with its sweeping view of the landscape garden. Maybe the 70-metre lawn and access to a private ancient woodland will be enough to get him back on board.
Hey Ginny, you weren't kidding when you said don't judge a book by its cover. It's incredible what they've done inside.
So should we see how much it's on the market for? What do you reckon?
Oh man, I'm going to go there, 800.
800?
Yeah, straight to the top.
You're really not far off, because its offers over £795,000.
Oh wow, okay.
It's a lot of house, it's a bigger house.
Yeah.
But perhaps not the right one for you and your family?
You know what, I really want to say yes to every house because they're so beautiful and the atmospheres in the house are gorgeous, but I think the privacy element for myself and my children, I really want that for them more than myself, to be honest. And with it being a semi-detached and so close to another neighbour, I think that is a bit of a no-no for me.
From viewing this second house, I think we've established that a detached property is probably what Alfie needs moving forward. Even so, this exceptionally presented family home has been a complete treat to explore.
It's incredible, the work that they've done inside, that open plan kitchen, dining area, living space, spilling out onto that gorgeous deck with the view. It's magical, it's beautiful. I think there's elements to it that don't tick the boxes for me, but even if I don't get this house, the guy that did all the modifications, who owns it, I'm definitely getting his number so he can come and work on the house that I do buy.
Long before stepping into the spotlight, Alfie worked as an apprentice mechanic at a car factory near Blackpool, where he practised opera arias whilst polishing cars. So before we start the final act of our property search, we're taking a brief interlude, partly inspired by Alfie's early days on the job. But we're trading the gleaming cars for something a little more rugged.
When I first moved to the country, one of the first things I did was bought a vintage tractor.
All right. But you're not going to get me ploughing a field?
I'm not going to get you playing a field,
Okay.
and I'm not going to get you buying tractors, but
Right.
what I do want to do is bring you to the local vintage tractor club.
Really?
Because I just think it's such an intrinsic part of the countryside, but also I want you to meet some people here and find out what life's like around here.
Sounds cool.
Yeah. You up for it?
I'm up for it, yeah. Let's do it.
The Chailey Classic and Vintage Tractor Club is a community organisation dedicated to the preservation of farm equipment from different eras. The club's work keeps tractors in working order, and their gatherings also strengthen community bonds through a shared love of vintage farm equipment. We're meeting some of the members today in the village of Fletching, and luckily we've arrived just in time for breakfast.
Oh, that looks lovely. Thank you.
Nothing like a bit of grease on your bacon sandwiches.
So is this like normal Saturday around here then? All the tractors and a fry-up? How did it all start off? Like, what was the first tractor? Who kicked it off?
I started in 2017, and it just grew massively. And there's all over the country. There's a following for vehicles like this, and we now have probably about 85 active members. Our demographic compass is quite wide. We've got young and old, and we've got guys and ladies. We've got Andrew somewhere with his youngest member of 3 weeks old.
Oh, yeah.
One of the highlights of the club's annual calendar is the Chailey Tractor Run, where members drive on a scenic route through the Sussex countryside, attracting spectators and raising funds for the local hospice.
And you do a lot for the local charity as well, you were saying?
Yeah, we do. So we collect for the hospice. That involved music. So we had friends playing 3 different bands. So what do we have? Dog racing. We had some sheep from the local farmers and guess the weight of the lamb. So
It sounds fun.
that's great. And all the kids come along and, you know, we had some extraordinary weights. Somebody said, I think 2 ton was the
Oh my
biggest
goodness.
one. But
I don't want to shear a 2-ton
No,
sheep.
I know.
But I do want to have a go at riding one of these beauties, though I suppose it's only polite to let Alfie go first.
All right. Yeah. Nice and easy. And away you go.
All right. Wow! It's rattling my fillings out! Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh.
Not bad for a first try, Alfie. But how will you fare against a former tractor owner like me?
So we've got 2 tractors here. Helen's is her grey Fergie.
She's dead easy to drive and a lot of fun.
Hopefully she's dead easy to drive. It's a long time since I've driven one, so I'm hoping it just all comes
It's like
back.
riding a bike, you won't forget.
Won't forget.
On the other side, a more modern tractor. This has got 4 big wheels because it was primarily used in the forests for dragging out timber.
But which is fastest?
Do you know-
Who's going to win out of the two
Well,
of
he's
us?
got more gears than you've got, so there we are.
I've got a new idea for a new album. It's going to be me and Michael Boe together on a tractor.
Give us a welly.
After a solid start from Alfie,
Into gear.
and a slightly more tentative one from me,
Oh! There we go!
the race is on.
She's like cutting me off and everything. Did you see her? I'm getting off the road if she's out there. My goodness. That was like a game of chicken in tractors.
That was the best Saturday morning I've had in a very, very long time. It's like riding a bike. It just all comes back. Can I keep her? Please. I bet this wasn't on your bingo card for a house hunt in Sussex, was
certainly
it?
wasn't. I was enjoying it until you were heading straight for me. And,
Sorry, I didn't.
well, it was.
Continuing with the job in hand, we're concluding our property search in the village of Beckley. And it looks like I'm travelling solo to the next house.
Oh, wow.
As Alfie has met a fan.
I've heard your singing, it's lovely.
Oh, thank you very much.
And is hitching a ride on a 100-year-old steam lorry, originally Britain's first mobile concrete mixer.
It's wonderful that you guys keep this heritage going like this, you know, it's so important to never forget it. It just fits right into the surroundings, doesn't it, this vehicle?
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I feel like I'm in an episode of Dad's Army.
Well, it's a bit earlier than Dad's.
It probably is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, give him a wave.
You want to put a couple of shovels on? I'd love it. Thank you. We could stay in this all day for all I care. I'd love it. Let's go to France.
Let's keep our feet on home turf for now, eh, Alfie? We've got a property to view. In most cases, our mystery house delivers something unexpected that takes our buyers out of their comfort zone. But I think what Alfie really needs is a comforting property that will embrace him with open arms. You know, I think all good stories need an ending that ties everything together. And I reckon our mystery house does exactly that. Come take a look. So Alfie's made it really clear he's looking for a home with warmth and character. This has got that in spades. But he's also talked a lot about the flow of a house being important, and this one has got a fantastic flow. And it even has its very own balcony where he can serenade the local cows. Right, all I need to do now is go and find him and convince him this is the house for him. Blending all the warmth of an historic cottage with modern open plan elements and huge visual appeal. I'm hoping our mystery house strikes the perfect chord, giving Alfie that cosy haven for his time off from touring with Les Miserables. So let's see if he's ready to be master of this house.
Wow.
Yeah, I like that. I like a wow.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, that's lovely.
Good.
That's really, really nice. Oh my goodness.
Good! Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I think from the first house that we saw with the wood, what do you call the
cladding?
The cladding, yeah. I love that vibe. The wreath on the door, it just says welcome home.
That's what I wanted. Should we go and take a look?
Absolutely.
Come on.
Okay.
This Grade 2 listed detached property is believed to have been built in the late 1700s. It was originally home to the village wheelwright, and it's in the characterful snug where the property's rich history is most visible. Come on in.
Oh. My goodness. It's stunning. It's really beautiful. I love that staircase, the open fire. Absolutely beautiful, yeah.
It's a fantastic fireplace, isn't it, the Ingle Nook?
Yeah, really is.
What are you feeling in here?
I think the minute you walk in the door, it just says hello to you, you know, it welcomes you with open arms. It's beautiful. And this coziness, I love it, the way that they've set it up, the two facing sofas, fire roaring, some beautiful music on. It's so nice.
This house has given you a hug.
Absolutely, it certainly has.
Good, good.
It's not let go of me yet. It's
well, there's more. There's more to hug you. And look at this.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Another fireplace. This is so cool.
But two fireplaces.
So cool. They've done it so well. They really have. It's beautiful. God, yeah.
What do you think?
I'm emotional about it. It's quite,
yeah. Yeah?
Yeah, it's getting me. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Can you see yourself here?
I could. Yeah, and I can see the kids here. That's the best thing, you know. I really can. I'd love to be able to give them something like this, you know.
I'm sure they'd feel very lucky to call this place home. Onto the kitchen, potentially the site of future Sunday roast dinners with the family.
It's perfect, it's lovely, it's got a, like you say, the flow of the house. It's hard to describe. You get an energy from a house, a sense of emotion from the house. Beware dog kisses, even little things like that make you smile.
Who doesn't love a dog kiss?
Yeah, exactly. So I'd like to bring a similar sort of vibe, a similar happiness to it, you know, and continue that legacy that the house has, you know.
From what you've seen of this house so far, would it be worth you coming home from to or from in those breaks?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. I'd drive overnight to get back, yeah, just to put the kettle on.
Okay.
It's a beautiful, beautiful home.
Well, we've got the place for you to make your cuppa.
Yeah.
Let's go and check out where you could lay your head.
Okay.
There's quite a lot of bedrooms to look at as well.
Okay, cool.
The Mystery House has 4 spacious double bedrooms, but there are also 2 further rooms in the loft. How about this space for the mammoth guitar collection? Most impressive of all, though, is the principal suite.
So come on.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness, little...
A little balcony.
There you go. Yeah. I'd like to say that this room would be mine because of the balcony, but I'll probably get kicked out by Grace. She'd want this one.
I think a teenage girl utterly deserves a bedroom with a balcony.
She deserves this one. She can have this one.
Do you want to go and check out the view you could exercise to? Okay. You could imagine
there you go.
You're cycling through this. This is the view. This could be your stage, Alfie. I guess if you were tempted, you could belt out a song or two for the neighbours on your very own stage.
As long as they don't boo or kick me out, kick me out of the village.
Nobody's ever booed at you, have they?
No.
Have they ever booed?
Not yet. So they know.
We're safe. I think we're safe.
It's beautiful.
You didn't like the fact that you had neighbours
earlier.
And you've got, I can see quite a lot of neighbours here. Does that bother you now?
It doesn't really. Oh. It doesn't really. It's weird that, but it doesn't bother me at all. It's actually quite nice.
Proof that when you find a property that tugs on your heartstrings, you can end up re-evaluating everything you thought you wanted.
Did you get that? There you go.
Alfie's clearly head over heels for the Mystery House. We've not even looked outside yet. One thing I love about this house is how private the rear garden feels. There's the bonus of a self-contained 1-bedroom annex too. And if that wasn't enough, there are also 2 sheds, a summer house and a small pool.
Is there enough garden for you?
Yeah. It's ample. I mean, more than enough. I'm not very good at gardening, but I'm going to give it a go.
Well, you can mow the lawn, I'm sure.
I can do that.
You can manage that.
I can do that.
How do you feel standing here looking at it?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, very happy. Yeah, very happy. Yeah, thank you. You've saved the best till last. I feel like I'm a step closer to finding that place, you know, for this could be it, you know, so.
Okay. Well,
fingers crossed.
Should we see what the price is?
All right.
Okay.
Yes, okay. It's going to be at the top end, isn't it? 795.
You are bang on.
Right.
But it's offers in excess.
Got you.
Of £795,000.
Okay. Well, I can see that. I mean, it's a beautiful house. And it's in a beautiful area as well. And probably what I'm looking for.
How's that for a grand finale? With the attractive period features and a generous, secluded rear garden, plus lots of welcome extras, this Mystery House has clearly been the star of our show.
It's a beautiful house, it really is. So this is the front of the house, kids. It's a very colonial lamppost. And this is the bit that I thought you'd like. Look at that. Mailbox, US mail, just for you. When I came in, that little first room was so cosy. You know, you could imagine Christmases in there and family celebrations, and yeah, it was lovely, really cool. Look at that. How beautiful is that? Horses over there in the field. Little meadow over there. Gorgeous little chocolate box houses. Really pretty. Whether this is the house for me, I don't quite know yet, but I could see myself in here. We'll see.
Now the property search is complete. We're settling in by the fire to chat about the next steps on Alfie's big escape. What's the experience been like for you?
It's been a wonderful experience, it really has. It's opened my eyes quite a bit, to be honest, to see what's out there.
I think that's what really perhaps this has been about for you, is it? About kick-starting that journey of doing something for yourself?
Well, initially I was hoping I could find a house. That was what I was hoping. I think the last house we saw, the mystery house, was beautiful, and I love that. But that opened my mind to that specific area of Sussex. If houses like that are available, then I'd like to see what else is on the market, just to keep my options open, not to jump for the first thing, I suppose.
Saw a tear in your eye in that house, though, Alfie.
Yeah, I know. I loved that mystery house, and I could sense how happy a home it was, and I think that was what overwhelmed me with that place, because it reminded me of what I had in a home, you know, with my children and my wife at the time. So, yeah, it brought back a lot of memories, I suppose. But again, it's given me that drive to search for that, to have that place that me and the kids can sit on the sofa and watch a movie with a big bag of popcorn and all that. So, yeah, I'll get it.
I've been quite conscious as well that we've talked so much about the children whilst we've been looking at houses. Is there something you might like to kind of come back and get them involved in, show them the area, you know, take them to see some houses as well?
Yeah, you know, it's a beautiful area, Sussex. It's lovely down here, and they haven't really spent any time down here. And also I want them to put their stamp on the house. You know, I want Gracie to choose her room and Alfie to choose his room and to decorate it and make it their own, so it really becomes their home.
And I have absolutely no doubt that you are going to find the house for you and Gracie and Alfie that you can be together at home in.
Yeah,
and you'll find exactly the right one for you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your time. Thanks for showing me around. It's been wonderful.
Over the years, I have learnt that choosing a house is a real roller coaster. You know, some houses fill you with excitement and whoops of joy. Others leave you feeling a bit disappointed, while some, they hit you straight in the heart. And after spending quite a few years without really having a place to call his own, I sense that Alfie has been on a real emotional journey on our search. You know, one of his most famous songs is Bring Him Home. And I really hope that after our time here in Sussex, we've brought Alfie one step closer to his home.
If you would also like to escape to the country in Scotland, England, Wales or Northern Ireland, why not apply online at bbc.co.uk/take part.